Hello everyone, my name is Roszipou and today I am going to be working on my September 2023 bullet journal setup. Right now you are looking at my August setup from last month, obviously, where the star of my team was my baby cat Sunny, and I mixed it up with the Barbie, like a Barbie theme, Barbie aesthetic kind of thing. If you want to see the whole procedure and how to, you can go ahead and click on the card that must have been appeared by now. And here are all the pens and markers I am going to be using for this setup. I have some Zebra Midliners, two Crayola SuperTips, and some Tombow Brush Pen. And for this month, I am going to try to not use any black fine liner at all. I'm still keeping one closed because I'm still gonna use it for, just like coloring something in black. But other than that, I'm also gonna be using my handy dandy Tombow sticky. I'm not sure how to call it, like scotch tape, kind of. It makes it so I can like scotch things together and it's like a double tape kind of thing. And of course some scissors because I'm gonna be doing some Dutch doors. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all the supplies I'm gonna be using. And as you can already tell, the cat of the month, because if it's your first time here, I'm having this yearly theme of cats for my two bullet journals that I'm going to be using for 2023. Obviously, I am inside my second one. If you like to see the whole like transition and the spreads that I did for this journal, again, you can go ahead and click on the card that just appeared. And yeah, so every month is a different species of cat. As you saw earlier, last month was calico cats, but this month is all about Sphynx. Also, I kind of want to apologize for my voice in advance. I think I started some kind of like flu or a cold and my throat is kind of irritated. But yeah, other than that, why Sphynx, you might ask? Well, I don't know. Honestly, I had no idea. It all started because, as if you've been here before, I always try to mix like the cat breed of the month with some kind of object or a general theme, and I just had no idea of what to do for September. I did coffee, I did stationery. I believe I also used like pumpkins and like autumn leaves in general. And I remember that for my video game themed journals, I did Persona 5, if I remember correctly. So I don't really know what, like for me personally, September represents like going back to school. So, and because this year I am moving up where I work. I used to be a drama teacher, and well, as recording this voiceover, I'm actually teaching second grade now. I wanted to do maybe a back to school month, but I don't know, I felt like it was a little bit too close to stationery, and I tried to like think of something that like can go outside of those typical themes for September. And you'll see where I'm going. So my thought process is, okay, what happens in September? Well, it's still summer, but it gets colder. So we start wearing sweaters and stuff. And then I thought of doing like a sweater theme. But then I'm like, yeah, but how can I integrate this with cats? Oh, I know. By having maybe a hairless cat like Sphynx, maybe wearing a sweater or something. And then with this thought process, I thought, oh, maybe it could be nice that instead of just like standing there and wearing a sweater, you could knit this sweater. And then I came with like this little story in my head where, okay, why is a cat like knitting? It doesn't really make sense. Well, most of the illustration I did in my journal didn't make sense, but anyway, I thought of like maybe telling a story through the pages a little bit. So you'll see about the story that is about to unfold. But yeah, so here is my cover page. I also did a nice little quote. I tried to find some knitting quotes. I didn't find much. So I just went, very basic with so much yarn, so little time, as to represent the fact that I might not be really into my hobbies for the next couple of months because, of my job. I also started taking driving classes, as well as gonna be studying for my master, as well as teaching. So it's gonna be a lot. It's going to be a lot, but this is what a bullet journal is for. Organizing my life and try to find a little bit of moment for myself, that is to draw or just keeping track of my habits or whatever. And then I decided to go with maybe not a cursive font for this month because I feel like I've used a lot of cursive this year, so I kind of wanted to keep like simple almost, because there's going to be a lot of colors that is going to pop in with the yarn balls, the sweaters, and just the Sphynx cat in general. And yeah, as you guessed it, the only time I'm going to be using like the black fine liner in my journal is when I'm going to be writing the word September. Now you're probably thinking, hey, you made a mistake in September. No, I did not. In fact, I am French Canadian, so my first language is French. So for most of the time, I prefer to write like literal writing in French. There is some instance where I'm gonna be writing down stuff in English, just like events, habits, and I guess gratitude is the same in French. Whenever the word is too long in French, if the word is shorter in English, I'm gonna use it in English. I am lazy like that. Please don't blame me. So if we want to move on a little bit with the story, you just saw that I drew the cat again, the Sphynx cat again. But this time, you probably noticed that he started with a red yarn, but now he's missing a little bit of yarn. His ball of yarn got smaller and smaller, and now he doesn't know what to do. What is he gonna do next? Well, stick it out to find out. Right now, I'm just working on my habits square. As per usual, I'm gonna be trying to track the amount of time I'm exercising, drinking water, taking care of my skincare. And this month I think I'm gonna be adding like studying session, just so I can like keep track of the studies I'm gonna do after working. And for the other one, I think I'm gonna try to really get back into it with my vitamins, especially with my iron vitamins. It's kind of funny because my doctor said that I'm not anemic, but I'm super close to be, but I'm not. But I still have to take iron supplements. Anyway, feel pretty weak these days. As you can tell, I'm kind of having like a cold, the flu. My throat is not doing awesome. So yeah, we'll see what we're gonna do with this. I have a doctor's appointment very soon, so hopefully we can find a diagnostic on what I'm having right now. But yeah, after finishing up my calendar, which I don't know if you noticed, but I kind of switched the way I did my calendar, because I am actually using two different kind of planner. I have a planner for my my working life, so everything that I need to keep track with working at the school, and my personal life. So I thought that because I'm not gonna be having everything at the same place, maybe I can like keep it a little bit more simplish this time with no dot drawers and stuff. I'm still gonna be doing some for my weeklies, but I don't, if this setup works for me in September, I think I'm gonna be doing the same thing onward for the other month. Anyway, right now we are working on my souvenirs or memories of the month. I have this Instax photo printer that prints out like Polaroids kind of pictures, and I like sticking them through my journal so I can remember flipping back the pages what I did during the month. So I just wrote down Souvenirs de Septembre, which means memories of September. And continuing our story, the cat managed to pick up another ball of yarn, and this time a blue one, but he, you know, as a cat do, they like playing with, I don't know, ball of yarns apparently. I don't know why, like from all like things, whenever you see like a picture of a cat, they are mainly like illustrated playing with like a ball of yarn. I don't know. Anyway, right now we're working on my weeklies. I really like doing like this Dutch door system. So every month, for every week, for every week I have like a different like page within my notebook, so I can like see all of them at a glance. And you see a little bit later, I kind of did a mistake. Well, last month I did a mistake. I forgot to include a week in August. It made it so that for September I had to add an additional week in my Dutch door system, and I forgot. So you'll see how I fixed it, but pretty much I just like cut and, you know, I just cut the page and started all over with for my goals. And for my goals, I don't want to say taskbar, but I like calling them taskbar because I like having to the other sides of my notebooks, one for my to-do list and the other ones for my goals. So I just cut out the page with the goals and I started over so I can have the right amount of weeks that I needed. And yeah, and now we're working on the finale of the story where the Sphynx cat reunites with its master, and the master is wearing the sweater that the little Sphynx was knitting this whole time. So yeah, the cat wanted to knit a sweater for his master because they gave him a shirt because it was cold. So that was my whole thought process about this theme. Just a cute little story like that. So with this little cute story, let's go into something that is not super cute. The history of the Sphynx cat breed. Yay! So I always like to share some random facts about the cats of the month that I'm working on. And last month I thought that the Bengal cat was bad enough, but as I was reading about the Sphynx cat, I think the Sphynx is so much worse. So the Sphynx cat, probably some people think of like, you know, the Sphynx legend in Africa and in Egypt, but the Sphynx cat is actually Canadian. I know, and it was possible to create this breed because this breed again is a mutation that was made with back crossing. If you don't know what back crossing is, to put it simply, it's when the babies are doing the thing with their mothers or their fathers, so they can have like one specific gene or thing that they're looking for and then creating something. And that's exactly what they did for the Sphynx cat. In Toronto, actually, someone from Toronto had a cat called Elizabeth, and Elizabeth had a kitten that was completely hairless. And in order to see if it could happen again, you know, they just decided to do the back crossing with their mother, and they produced another naked kitten. And on now on, they that's how the Sphynx cat Cadbury come to life in the 1960s. So yeah, a lot of ugly truth about Cadbury. It almost like want me not to be like getting breeds anymore as if it's for cats or dogs. I don't know, it's kind of shady. Anyway, we finished up the bullet journal, so now here it is. You see that I also did a small little mistake with the dates in my weekly. We don't talk about it, but I hope that you guys like the setup this month. Again, I'm very sorry about my voice. I hope that you like this very simple and but colorful theme. And with that in mind, stay safe and stay pink. And I'll see you guys really soon. Bye, friends!